Okay, this is such a long chapter. We better get on with question 7. So, question 7. Straight line passes through something that's a bit more interesting at last. 1 and 3 root 3. And B is at 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. Where's the comma? And 3 plus 4 root 3. Okay, show that L meets the axis at the point -2, 0. Okay, so we have 2 points, A and B, and we're at point 1, and if you take the point 3 root 3, if you take its decimal form, it's about 5.1. Okay, up here, 5.1. Okay, so that's A. And then if we do B, which is 2 plus root 3, 2 plus root 3, the decimal form of that is about 3.7. Okay, so 3.7, and 3 plus 4 root 3 plus 4 times the root of 3. The decimal form of that is about 9.9. Okay, should have left a bit more room. 9.9. Okay, which is B. And so we want to show that the point that it goes through the axis is -2, 0. And so they want to show that this here is, this point here is -2, 0. Doesn't look like it on my graph, but I'm sure it won't make a lot of difference. It's just my badly drawn graph. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do with that. Okay, so clearly we've got a positive graph, so let's do a slope for it. Okay, m is equal to the difference of the y, so we went from the 3.3 plus 4 root 3, and we're taking away 3 root 3, and we are dividing that by the differences of the x's, which is the 3.7 or the 2 plus root 3, taking away the 1. So when we sort out that, the 3 is still on the top. 4 root 3 take away 3 root 3 is just root 3. And then this is 2 minus 1, which is 1 plus root 3. So we've got a slope of 3 plus root 3, 1 plus root 3. Okay. When we then go and put this into an equation, we end up with y equals 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3 times x plus c. We use a for this, so 3 root 3 for the y value equals 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3 plus c. It is times by 1 there, but we can ignore that really. Okay, so over here we've got 3 root 3 take away 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3 equals c. Well, you can either do this with a calculator, put it straight in, and see what answer it gives you, or you can try and remember your surds rules and see what we can do with this. So if we take 3 root 3 and I multiply it by 1 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3, take away 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3. That will equal c. So we end up with 3 root 3 plus 3 times root 3 plus 9 all over, take away 3 plus root 3 all over 1 plus root 3. So we end up here with 9 take away 3, which is 6. Okay, and this becomes a negative in here as well. So plus 2 root 3 all over 1 plus 1 plus 1 root 3 is equal to C. Okay. I get the impression that that's not quite right, because it should come out with a -2 maybe. Okay, let's see what happens when we start getting rid of the denominator. So I'm going to multiply it by 6 plus 2 root 3, multiplying it by 1 minus root 3. Okay, and on the bottom I've got 1 plus root 3, 1 minus root 3. Okay, let's bring this up here just to use some of the space that we've got. So if we start multiplying that out on the top, we end up with 6 minus 6 root 3 plus 2 root 3 plus 2 times 3 is 6. And on the bottom, we end up with 1, the root 3 and minus root 3 disappear, and then that becomes a minus 3. So we are now left with 6 and 6 is 12, minus 4 root 3 divided by minus 2 is still equal to C. Okay, which becomes minus 6 plus 2 root 3 equals C. So our final equation then is y equals, what was my m value again? Y equals 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3 minus 6 plus 2 root 3. So minus 2 on the x's and 0. So if we put in a c of minus 2, 0, that means we have 0 is equal to, I should have an x in it, 0 equals 3 plus root 3 over 1 plus root 3 times by minus 2 minus 6 plus 2 root 3. So all of that should hopefully cancel out when we do the multiplying on it. So we end up with 6 minus 2 root 3 over 1 plus root 3. That should be a minus 6, and it is a minus 2 there, that's fine. Minus 6 plus 2 root 3. Is that the same as what I had over here? It is, okay, which I know is equal to C, but it's the negative of it, so those two terms there equal 0. Okay, so remember, just to clarify on that, as we were working through here, we had this, which is 6 minus 2 root 3, 6 plus 2 root 3. You can see that there are different sign changes, and this yellow box eventually became my C value, which is all of this, so it's going to cancel. Okay. If you want to, you can multiply it out in exactly the same way as I did before, and then it would resolve out for you. Okay, good. Question 8 next. Okay, question 8 is informing us that A is minus 4, 6, and B is 2, 8. And these two coordinates, minus 4, 6, 2, 8. Make a line, A and B. Okay. A line P is drawn through B perpendicular to AB. So we now have a line here, which is called P. And it meets down here at C. Okay. And they want an equation for P, and they want an equation, not an equation, but a coordinate for C. So let's start with an M for AB. So AB's M. Difference of the y's go from 6 to 8, so that's a difference of 2. And the difference of the x's from minus 4 over to 2, that's a difference of 6. So we end up with a 1 over 3m. Because P is perpendicular, that means the m of P will be 3 over 1, the inverse of the perpendicular line, but the negative inverse. So ultimately minus 3. With that done, we can start putting in y equals minus 3x plus c, and we can use the point B to find c. So the point B has a y of 8 equals minus 3 times 2 plus c. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 6, bring it across, plus 6, 8 plus 6 is 14 equals c. So P is equal to y equals minus 3x plus 14. Okay, now to find the point C. At the point C, y is 0. So therefore 0 equals minus 3x plus 14. So 3x equals 14. X equals 14 over 3. Meaning that our coordinate C is that C is 14 over 3, comma, 0. Okay. My apologies. They tell me actually in the question that point C is where it meets the y-axis. So point C is not down there, although that's what I worked out. Point C is up on the y-axis. So that's just the C value. So the C value is actually 0, 14. Okay, because it's just reading off the equation. Okay. Right then. Question 9. Okay. Let's have a little look. Okay, question 9. 9L is equal to 2x minus y minus 1 equals 0. The line M passes through the point A, which is 0, 4, and it is perpendicular to L. So M, if we just do a quick rearrangement on L, saying that, was it minus y? Yes, y equals 2x minus 1, then we know the slope of M slope, the line M, its slope is going to be the inverse of that, which is going to be a half, and it's a negative. Okay, find the equation of m. Okay, same as you've seen before here. Y equals minus a half x plus c. Y is 4 minus a half times 0 plus c. So 4 equals c, giving you a m is equal to y equals minus a half plus half x plus 4. Okay, there's A done. Show that the line L and M intersect at point 2, 3. Okay, that's part A, part B. So taking these two equations, they're both equal to y, so I can say minus a half x plus 4 equals 2x minus 1. Okay, quick bit of solve on that. Okay, bringing it across there, that's 2.5 x, bring the minus 1 over here, becomes a 5. How many 2.5? So 5 is 2 equals x. So there's the x coordinate. Substituting it into any of the equations, y equals minus a half times 2 plus 4. So that's minus 1, meaning y equals 3, showing that they cross at x of 2 and y of 3 for point P. Good. Okay. Part C. The line N goes through a point B at 3, 0. Okay, and is parallel to the line M. Okay, parallel to M, so it shares the slope. Find the coordinates of the point of intersections of line L and N. Okay, so very quickly, line N has a slope. Slope of N is going to be the same as M, which is minus a half. So if we quickly do y of 0 equals minus a half of 3 for the x value plus c, that's minus 3 over 2, so 3 over 2 equals c for n. So n is equal to y equals minus a half x plus 3 over 2. Okay, show that find the points that they intersect between L and N. So again, 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1 equals minus a half x plus 3 over 2. So we get 2.5x equals 3455 over 2, 2.5. So x equals 1. Quickly substitute it back in. Y equals minus a half times 1 plus 3 over 2. Minus a half, take away from 1.5 is 1. Y equals 1. So the point, find the coordinates of the point of intersection. So the point of intersection is